प्रभु ना दर्शन करता
ओम नमो हरिहंताणम
सिद्ध प्रभु ना दर्शन करता
ओम नमो सिद्धाणम
आचार्यों ने वंदन करता
ओम नमो आयर्याणम
उपाध्याय ने वंदन करता
ओम नमो उपाध्यायाणम
सर्व साधु ने वंदन करता
नमो लोए सब साहूणम
सम्यक दर्शन मुझने मर्जो
देसो पंचन मुक्तारो
सम्यक ज्ञान मुझने मर्जो
सौवा पाव परासनो
सम्यक चारित्र मुझने मर्जो
मंगलानं च सर्वेषु
नवपदनी आराधना करता
परमं हवै मंगलम् परमं हवै मंगलम् परमं हवै मंगलम्
Jai Jinendra, good evening and welcome to all of you to the second week of the Transformational Meditation class by Vishal. Those who are joining for the first time, who were not there last week, a very warm welcome to you to this 9-week session on chakra meditation, 7 chakras, transformational meditation. No doubt all of you are wearing red or burgundy today as well. I've got your water, maybe a handkerchief, tissue, etc. at hand as well. Enjoy the session. Take away as much as you want on this. Make sure you make your notes, etc. Any questions you may want to put on the chat, and we will take them at the end of the session. So without further ado, let the party begin, and I'll hand you over to Vishal Bhai. Vishal, over to you.
Thank you, Shandip Bhai. Yeah, it's definitely a party tonight. Party of red. So making sure that every one of you have worn red. I can see the whole team there in red jumpers, red shirts. And it's really amazing to see how everyone is here today. I've got, I can see over 200 participants already. So many of you are again joining us as we go along. So welcome to this second session, and I'm really again humbled by this opportunity that the Oshwal community has given me to deliver these sessions. It's really of being service, and that's the whole purpose that I'm here for, to be of service to you all and to take you through this beautiful journey of opening up your chakras and getting the energy flowing freely through us. So today we are actually going to start off with the root chakra, and I'm going to be sharing some slides. I'm going to be also in the meditation putting up some music and so on. We'll also be using the app today, so hopefully you have the app ready. You've got your phones there, and you're actually using your laptops rather than your phones, because you'll need your phones by your side so that you can actually tap in some answers. Okay, now before I begin, I want to just know from all of you, especially those that I'm sure, well, a lot of you did attend last week. We may have a few new people attending today, but just to know how you did last week in terms of the exercises, the homework, right? The chanting, the meditation that kindly, the tech team was able to put up a few days before. And if you did practice that meditation, could you put down in the chat? It'd be nice to know if you did the chanting and if you did the meditation, and if anything came up for you. It'd be nice to also know that. I'll be reading my chat as well, so as I go along. Yes, very enjoyable, somebody's saying. Yeah, let me know if you did the chanting or the meditation. Okay. Now, as those answers come in, I want to also let you know that I'll be sharing slides, like I said. So there's relax. There's a direct message here. Did the meditation, no chanting, definitely tasted the fruit. Fantastic. So, like I said, the more you practice, you would be able to sense the tasting of the fruit. Brilliant. Need more practice on some days. Okay, brilliant. Good. So if you did a little bit, remember, this journey requires not just being here and being present on this session here, like you're watching TV, but actually doing what you're supposed to do, doing the chanting, doing the meditations as we go along. Okay, consistency is key. That's right. Rina says, chanting gave me peace. Chanting at bedtime, excellent. Yes, so the chanting is very, very powerful. Just note that we'll be doing chanting throughout this week. Chanting is really, really powerful, and it's like a mantra, right? And mantras are very powerful, just like the Navka mantra, the Uasagar mantra, which in Jainism, very powerful mantras. Okay. Now, someone says, try doing the Om chanting and help me to relax. Need to do more. Yes. So you'll be doing chanting absolutely throughout this week as well. Brilliant. Really good to know that you did give it a go and you've been doing it. So this week, again, please keep on doing it. Now let's do this short meditation. I know now I think a lot of people have logged in. So let's begin by just being present here to this session that we're going ahead with the root chakra, and to leave behind anything that you might have gone through during this week or even last week, any experiences you might have had, and letting it go by the side and just being fully present here. Okay, so just close your eyes for a couple of minutes. Start to take deep breaths in, bringing your full attention, your complete focus to this very moment. And as you focus on your breath going in and out, you may see it as golden in color. Prana, the life force energy that goes in through our nostrils, into our lungs, and out. And as you do that, letting go of any experiences, any stresses, anxieties that you might have had, especially negative experiences, maybe today, last few days, and being fully present here, being fully present. If there are any expectations you might have of this session, let them go. Any expectations of yourself, let that go too. You may feel this energy moving out of your hands, your feet. And as you do that, bringing your complete attention to this very moment. Also letting go of any judgments about yourself, about maybe me, this session, and really being here with a clear mind and nothing else. And being open to receive what you're about to receive. Okay. Then taking a deep breath in, slowly opening your eyes when you're ready. Wonderful, wonderful. So, yes, this is the second session, as we mentioned. Now, I'm going to be sharing the slides. Give me 1 second. There's a couple of questions on there, but those questions I'll be answering at the end. But do keep them coming in, and someone will take a note of those. Okay. Right. So as we said, this is the second session, but just want to share the slides. Give me 1 second. Right. Here we go. Okay. So today's agenda, I'll share that with you. So introductions we've done, reminder of our why and scope. So we want to remind ourselves of why we're doing this and what is the scope of this. We will also be going through the root chakra characteristics. We'll be looking at the symptoms. Some of them I already shared on the WhatsApp group if you're part of the WhatsApp group. And also, we'll be talking about sense of belonging versus over-identification. because this is very much root chakra. Okay. Also, there will be your root chakra score, which you'll find out. I'll take you through the app where you can fill in a form and you can find out how blocked your root chakra is. We'll then do a meditation. This meditation is going to be quite long. It will be quite deep as well. So stay with me until then, at least. And then, it'd be nice to hear what you thought, your sharings of that meditation, feedback, etc. We'll take that from you. And then we'll finish and talk about next week a little bit, okay? At the end, then there'll be a Q&A. So that's the agenda. Housekeeping, I'm not going to repeat again. You might have seen from the previous video, or when you were here last week, you just know where your exits and where your toilets are. I'm sure you all know that. So with regards to the scope of this session, we all know the reason why we're doing this. So before we actually start with that, I want you to write down again on the chat, why is it that you are here doing these meditations? Okay, because it's always good to know your why and to keep on repeating to understand what your why is. Okay, and to really write it down. So I want you to write in the chat, what is the reason that you are doing these meditations? And whilst you do that, I'll quickly have a look as well on the chat. What is your why? Health and well-being, very good. To be the best version of myself, find peace within, switch off from the hectic life, to be a better person, to find myself, mindfulness and relax my mind to allow me to sleep better. Awesome, brilliant. So when you write your why down, it's almost like an intention, and it tells you tells yourself rather, why is it that you are doing this? Okay, and that's very important. My why was very strong, as you might have heard that in the last session when I shared what it was, and also you might have seen my story on the app. Okay, so let me go back to the slides. Very well, all the whys coming in, very good. So this session now, as we, sorry, I need to go back. The scope for today's session is very much about focusing on the root chakra, but the overall scope is about clearing your energy. If you can see my mouse going from the root chakra up the sacral chakra, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown chakra. Effectively, when our energy moves freely through here, means that we do not have any blockages. And when these chakras are fully open and balanced, it means that our experiences in the outer world, whether it's to do in our relationships, career, or health, become a lot better, right? Everything on the outside is actually just a symptom. It's telling us what we need to do within so that we can address whatever is going wrong within, and then on the outside it changes. Okay, so that has to be very clear. I'll repeat that again. So everything that you are experiencing on your outside, whether it's in your relationships, your career, whether it's your health, you may be suffering in, all of those are just symptoms. If you take those as symptoms and ask yourself, why is it that I'm going through this? It will take you within, and when it takes you within, you will know how to address what it is that you need to address. Okay, so that's exactly what we are doing as we go through all of these chakras. You'll get to know what the symptoms are for each of these chakras, and as you find out what the symptoms are, then you know what to do about them. Okay, and what is it that you need to address, which part of the chakras you need to address, what is it that you need to do in order to unblock or clear those chakras so that the outside then changes. Okay, a very much inside out approach, right? So as we go into the next slide, I want you to write these answers in the chat. Now I'll be looking at the answers. So I want you to tell me, we'll start off with the characteristics of the root chakra. What is the root chakra and what are its characteristics? Because once we know that, we know how and what to do in order to open it up. We're going to be using some of these features, characteristics in our meditation to open up the root chakra. Okay. Now, the first one is very simple. I think we all know what it is. So the color of the root chakra is red, maroon, even black or brown. Okay, so you could have worn a black or brown shirt or top, but red is a very good color for the root chakra. Okay, what do you think the element of the root chakra is? And I'm going to go back to the chat here. If you can share in the chat, what is the elements of the root chakra? So I want you to be writing this down as you go along this presentation. Awesome. I'm seeing a lot of earth coming up. Yes. Someone says fire, earth. Yes. Well done. Yes, it is earth. So it is earth. The element of the root chakra is earth, and that's what we're going to be connecting to today in the meditation. Okay. What is the sound for the root chakra? If you can write this down as well in the chat, what is the sound? I think the clue was there in the first slide. Yes. So, yes, it is Lam. Wow. I think all of you, pretty much all of you, someone's written Wam. So the main sound, the beach mantra is Lam, but Vam can also be considered as a sound for the root chakra. But the main one is Lam, okay? And this is what I'll be asking you to chant this week. Brilliant. So you can spell it as L-U-M or L-A-M, it doesn't matter, okay? What is the frequency? This is a tough one. What is the frequency in hertz for the root chakra? Because this is, somebody was asking me last week, do you use a specific kind of music at a certain frequency? And yes, there is a frequency to each chakra. What do you think is the frequency to the root chakra? So got a 369 from Rina. Ashish has said 56. It's quite low. Yes, Hasu, you're right. So it's the lowest frequency of all the chakras, especially all the main chakras. And it is 396. So Rina wasn't far off. Yes, very close. So 369, she said, and it is 396. So the frequency of the root chakra is 396. Now, what do you think is the negative emotion associated with the root chakra? Which emotion blocks the root chakra? Okay, anger is a secondary emotion. Fantastic. I think Rina knows all the answers. So it is fear. Fear is the main emotion that blocks the root chakra, and fear is something that we're going to be working with today in the meditation. So when we do the meditation, I want you to bring up or think about any fears that you might have in your life, fears that might be causing you anxiety, worry, fears that, maybe stopping you from doing something. It may be bringing uncertainty in your life, instability, anything maybe in your relationships, career, health, whatever fear you have. Today, we're going to let it go, okay? And that's what we're going to do in the meditation. Excellent. So fear it is, and where is? I think this was the clue in the previous slide too. Where is the root chakra situated? Base. Wonderful. Yes, base. At the bottom. That's right. Base of the spine, tailbone. Correct. At the perineum. Fantastic. Yes. So it is at the perineum, the base of the spine, tailbone, in that area. So we now know where it is situated. So your focus as we do meditations, as you do chanting, has to be in that part of your body. Okay, you will, as you do more of this, you will actually feel your root chakra. You'll feel the vibrations there. If it is blocked, you'll feel a little bit of pain, discomfort in that part of your body, and that's the way when you're chanting you can know that it is blocked. Okay. Wonderful. I've got a lot of intelligent people here today. Brilliant. That's really good to know. So now we move on to the root chakra symptoms. I'm going to go through this pretty quickly because I think I shared this with you on the WhatsApp group. There'll be some that I'll pick out on. So the physical health, if you have chronic fatigue or lower back pain, your immune system is weak, digestive problems, especially constipation, and ultimately arthritis, because a blocked root chakra, affects your bones, and arthritis is a disease of the bones. So if you have that, and this normally happens later in life, because when you're young, you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, maybe your immune system may be slightly stronger, and illness usually comes in after when you go over the age of 60, especially these kind of illnesses, right? When your body is kind of giving up. So these are the symptoms. If you've got any of these, or even if your parents have got arthritis, then it's likely that your root chakra will be blocked too, because we take on energies from our parents, our ancestors, etc. Right? In terms of your career, finances, if you feel stuck, there's financial stress, you have a fear of taking risks, there's difficulty achieving goals as well. So if you're in that category, that means your chakra is blocked as well. Yeah. Now, relationships, feeling disconnected, lack of trust. You also feel like you have a lot of arguments, and you fear commitment as well. So also lust in your relationship or outside a relationship, that's an indication of the root chakra being blocked. So I want to touch on this subject of lust. I'm going to just stop the share of slides there. Now, in terms of root chakra sexuality, and again, I know as a community we hardly ever talk about sexuality, but I feel this is necessary because we're going through the lower chakras, and the lower chakras have everything to do with us as sexual beings, right? So we all, procreate, have intercourse. That's the whole reason why we are here in the first place. Our parents did it, so we are here, and there's really nothing wrong to discuss about this, right? So what I'm going to say about that is sexuality for root chakra, lust can actually block it. So if you're watching, for example, pornography or masturbating, all of that can actually block your root chakra. Okay. Now, also what you can think of is, we've all been through this phase where, when we were young, all we were after were, the other sex, or maybe the same sex, who knows, have just after their body parts, right? Beautiful woman comes in front of you, suddenly you've got these urges, and that's lust, right? But as you grow older, you figure out that, that's not the way, and you may end up with one person, a partner that you're in a relationship with. But yet, if you find yourself kind of being attracted in a similar way, whereas when you were young, you've got this lust, and you're attracted to maybe pornography online, or you masturbate, or even you have a relationship, or you have sex outside of marriage, for example, if you are married, then comes a blockage in your root chakra. Okay, so this is very important. I also work with a lot of people who have had issues, where they've gone through a certain kind of incident or experience. And weird enough, in our community, we've had a lot of these, especially with women who've had cases where they've been raped, but because, or sexual abuse where, nothing's been said. Okay, and this is a big thing because it's all hush hush, especially in our community, and it's kept low and nothing said out. But the amount of people that I've worked with who've been through that, see, until you resolve that anger or resentment that you might be carrying because of those experiences, it will be difficult for you to move up the chakra system and unblock your chakras. Yeah. So this is something that you've got to be careful about, and also know that this is important for all of us to know that we are not holding anything against anyone else in terms of those experiences. Okay, so that is one of the things. Let me just share the slides again. Give me 1 second. Fantastic. So here we are. So those are the symptoms. Now you've got to ask yourself, and we'll do this on the app. But there are two key questions. If you quickly want to know, right? If you quickly want to know, how is it that you figure out that your root chakra is blocked? Okay. And these are, you want to ask yourself, are you comfortable in your body? Because remember, the root chakra is very much about physicality. It's about your body, about you as a physical being, right? So you want to ask yourself, are you comfortable in your body? Okay, I'll give you an example. As we age, especially men, we lose hair and they thin up, and some of us may go bald as well. So we're concerned about the way we look, right? But we've got to start accepting the way we are, the way we look. Women too, as we age, we may put on some weight. Some of the women consider, the weight being on different parts of their bodies, and they're not very happy about that. But once you start loving the way you are, your root chakra will remain open. So the important thing here is to ask yourself, are you comfortable in your body? And we'll go into more of these questions as we go along, okay? Now, the other one is also, do you have a sense of belonging? A lot of us have moved from our place of origin, which was in India, to different countries. Maybe initially came to Kenya, then the UK, some in the US, etc. So, and then we lose that sense of belonging. Who am I really? Or what community do I belong? It's really nice to have now, the Oshwal community here in the UK and in various parts of the world, such that you have this sense of belonging. You see people who are like you, right? So you want to ask yourself, do I have a sense of belonging? So in the chat, I want to ask a question here, right? How many of you actually look into the mirror every morning and say, I love you? Do you actually do that? Just want to know. If you do, just say yes, you do. If you don't, say no. So I'm seeing a lot of no's there. So this is one very important thing that you can do to keep your root chakra open and balanced. It's just in the morning, maybe after a shower or a bath, whatever you do, go up to a mirror, look at it, and just say to yourself, I love you. Okay? And really mean it by saying it. Okay? So I don't say that, but I admire myself. Okay, that's good. That's another way. So you admire yourself. You say yes. I like the way I look, and I like the way I feel too. Right. So someone says mirror might shadow. That's a good one. But no, the thing is, it's about really loving yourself as you are, because it's once you start loving yourself as you are, it's from there. If there's nothing wrong with maybe doing more exercise or making your body fitter, but at the same time, be happy with who you are and how you look, okay? Because that will keep your root chakra open, okay? Now, let's go on to, fantastic, I'm getting a lot of answers here, wonderful. So here I want to share with you a story. I mean, again, I share this page because this is where the stories are. If you do get time, go onto my YouTube page. You may subscribe to it to get new videos that I upload every few weeks. Like I said in the last session, these are the people who actually are the real teachers who are vulnerable enough to share their stories to the masses so that they can learn too. Now, I'm going to share a short story here, which is very related to the root chakra. And this lady came up to me. She's a white lady. I work with all sorts of people, so it doesn't matter what religion they are in, whether they are. I'm going to just stop my share here for a second. So it doesn't matter what religion they are in. They could be Christians, Muslims, Asians, Indians, Jains, Hindus, whatever they are, right? So got a group of people that I work with, and she became a part of my group. I could tell that she felt a little bit out of place, but we still work together. And over the time that I was working with her, suddenly she made some remarks on the WhatsApp group about her superiority, being a white lady, and to that kind of effect that she felt like she was superior to the others. So in her session, one of her sessions that we did, we went into the superconscious, and see, the superconscious is very intelligent, and it will show you exactly what you need to see. Because of the way she was feeling about her own race and how superior she was, the superconscious, what it showed her was a very beautiful life a few lives ago, where she was actually an American Indian woman who was mistreated by the British, who was taken as a slave. Most of her people around her in her village were killed when the British came to America, and then she was taken to work as a slave in one of the stores where, along with her, were two other American Indian boys who also were taken as slaves to work for free, and all they had was a place to live and food given, but nothing else. And they were not meant to go anywhere else, but just help throughout the day. And that's where she died ultimately. When she saw that life, right? What do you think she felt? What kind of realization she came to? Could you put that in the chat? When she saw that life of herself as an American Indian, actually being herself taken as a slave, what do you think she actually came to the realization of? Guilt, maybe, yes. Humbled, happy now, yeah. Shame, things can change over different lives, yeah. Absolutely, she came to the realization that, hey, I used to, feel that I was superior to others, but here I'm seeing me in a life where I was actually the opposite, very inferior, and how the British themselves actually treated me, that I was a Native American lady, um, treated me, and how I could have been anything. It's just I'm lucky that to have been born into a race like this, which is seen as superior. Or so she really, really came to the realization. Yes, tears did flow, and there were a lot of apologies, and yeah, what a wonderful way for the superconscious to show her. And because of this, you see, the thing is, and this is where I'm going to share my slides again. The thing is, with the root chakra, it's related to the root chakra because remember, it's about a balance, right? So when you're over-identified, you can have a sense of belonging, but when you're over-identified to a race, a community, a religion, I mean, we know what's going on right now in the world, or all the wars that are going on right now. Is because of the over-identification of people have with their own race, their cultures, their religions, their countries. And this over-identification can cause a lot of issues in people's lives, right? So now this is the reason why we need to get a balance. And once this realization set in for her, her root chakra opened up, because guess what? The root chakra is all about abundance as well in career, as we've seen, and she started doing well in her business after that. So you see how it's connected? Everything is connected. The relationships, our careers, our health, yeah, how we take ourselves as, and it's all connected. As soon as she realized that she had to let go of that over-identification, and that's how she balanced her root chakra, everything else opened up for her in her life too. Okay, so yeah, if you'd like to see, I think she did share her story here. You can just type in on YouTube Vishal Shah meditation. You come to my channel, and you may be able to see that. Okay, so next, what we're going to do, and this is really for everyone to who has downloaded the app, we're going to find out how much blocked your root chakra is. Okay, now I know we've had conversations with regards to data, so only do this if you feel comfortable. I do follow strict GDPR guidelines, regulations, and this app, when you put your information in, the information just comes to myself, nobody else. Okay, so if you'd like to go into your app, you can open up your app. I'm just going to share these slides, and I want you to, if you can see the profile button on the right hand side, that means you are signed up. Okay, now open it up and go to the learn button on the menu. If you can see my mouse here, and click on that learn menu. Just going to give a minute or so for people to take their phones and open up their app that they've downloaded, because the reason why we're doing this is we are going to determine if your root chakra is blocked. The questions you'll be answering will lead you to know how much your root chakra is blocked. And we want to know this because we are on a journey, and knowing where we are is like holding a torch in the dark, right? If you don't have a torch with you when you're on a journey or when you're in a dark place, you don't know where to go, right? So knowing where you are is like holding a torch in the dark, and you'll find where you need to go. Or even similar to putting down your destination in a sat nav. We are all going. Our destination is to clear our chakras, to open them up. But we want to know where each one of us is starting from, right? We may be all starting from a different, place. We all live in different places, different areas. So we need to know, sat nav needs to know where you're starting from. And this is exactly what we're doing. We're just determining where is it that you are. Okay, some of you might have the root chakra blocked. Some of you might have other chakras blocked. Okay, so once you've opened up the app and you've clicked on learn, okay, do this with me. And you will come to this kind of image that you can see here on the left. And then scroll to where it says free online masterclass and click above it. Okay, so you just click, if you can see my mouse, click above it, click on that image just above the free online masterclass, not below, above it. Okay, and now as it opens up, you want to go into the root chakra form, okay, which is right at the bottom. Yeah, everyone with me? So the root chakra form, click on it, and once you click on it, you'll open up a page like this on the app, and you scroll down, and you scroll down a little, and then you click on the form, which is called the My Root Chakra form. Okay, and now this form, as it opens up, this is where you want to fill in a few details. So you fill in your email, you fill in your name.
Sorry, Vishal.
Yeah.
There's a few people who are struggling to log in. If you just check the messages.
Okay. If they're struggling, I think they can do this later. I think the majority should be fine if they're able to get in. Yeah, because otherwise I'm also conscious of the time. Yeah. Thanks, Mel. So just if you've opened it up, the My Root Chakra form, and then fill in your emails, your name. And there's also, a tick box there where you can tick if you wish to give consent to how the data is going to be held and how it's going to be used. So this is not mandatory, again, like I said. So if you feel confident that, you're fine with that. And then once you've done that, now you can go through the questions. Okay, so question number 1 says, do you feel either insecure, fearful, not courageous, unstable, or unsafe? So it's just a tick box exercise. It shouldn't take you too long, and you don't want to spend too much time on this either. Okay, because the more you think about it, the more confused it will become. So whatever comes first to you, right? So if you don't feel any of that, so you can tick on not at all, or if you feel a little bit, then you say rarely. If you feel it sometimes, then you tick sometimes. If you feel this mostly, then you tick mostly. So it's quite straightforward, right? If you feel it always, you tick always. Okay. So second question, just hoping that you're all with me here. Do you become anxious, restless, and unsettling? Again, just tick it. It's a quick exercise. Third, are you afraid of change? If there's any change that comes into your life, do you become fearful? Fourth, do you feel sluggish, lazy, and tired? So how often do you feel it? Not at all, then just say not at all. Sometimes, always. Yeah. Fifth, do you feel like you don't trust most people and things in the world? So again, this is a question of trust. If you feel like you're always doubting, then you can do always. Yeah. So very straightforward questions. Are you pessimistic, withdrawn, absent-minded, and worried? If you are that, then again, tick number 6. How often you are, yeah. Number 7, do you fail to achieve your goals, remain confused, and get into financial difficulty? So if this is you, then you can tick that part too. How frequently you get into problems. Number 8, now this is to do with your sexuality. Like I said, the root chakra is very much to do with your sexuality. So are you addicted to sex via porn and other means outside a relationship? So again, how often? Number 9, do you feel bad about being a sexual being? So again, this is to do, like I said, these 3 questions are to do with sexuality. So if you feel bad that you are a sexual being, again, because sometimes religion might have programmed us in that way that it's not good to be a sexual being. So that does actually block your root chakra, right? We are all sexual beings. Number 10, are you concerned about the way you look, which makes you very self-conscious when in the act of having sex? Okay. So again, you can tick the relevant box. Now going into the physical symptoms, okay, so the ones at the top were kind of emotional symptoms. Going into the physical symptoms, are you clumsy or prone to accidents? So usually if you find that you're clumsy, I mean, you may even notice this in the family, a family member may be clumsy, then the root chakra is definitely blocked. Number 2, have you got issues with legs, feet, knees, base of spine, buttocks, bones, or teeth? So again, remember I said the root chakra is very much, it affects your bones. So if you've got issues with any of those, then tick accordingly. Is your immune system weak and are you prone to illnesses? Okay, again, tick the relevant box. Have you got disorders of the colon, bowel, anus, or large intestines? So again, the lower part of your body, which is very much to do with the root chakra. And the last one, do you or your parents suffer from arthritis? Okay, like I said, even if your parents do suffer, energy is usually passed on. So you may not have it yet, but even if your parents have it, then what kind of impact has this made in their lives? Is it not at all, or low impact, medium impact? Has it made a big impact, or has it caused hospitalization? Okay. So once you've done the questions, you submit those questions. You'll be emailed the score back, and you will also be able to see it at the bottom of the screen there. Okay. So I'll tell you what it means now. If you've got the score, okay. If I go on to the next, so the next, we're actually doing the meditation. So if your score is between 0 and 9, it means that it's a fairly open root chakra that you have. Okay, your root chakra is very open, and that's fantastic. That's very good. Just going to stop the share here. And if your score is between 10 and 19, so it's only slightly blocked then, your root chakra. Okay, but if your score is above 20 and above, then it is quite blocked. Okay, now you can share here if you wish what score you came up with. You can put it in the chat. Remember, there is no judgment. There is no judgment at all. If you'd like to share what score you came up with, it'd be nice to know what kind of scores people are getting. And remember, if you weren't able to do this or you weren't able to log in, then you can always do this later on. Okay, you can always do this later on. But next time, if because we'll be using this app again, if you come in the next session, come with a logged in app. Okay. Fantastic. So I'm getting a lot of scores here: 19, 35, 20, 22, 13, 29, 29. Fantastic. Really, really good. So quite a lot of the scores are above 20. Yeah. So you can tell that the root chakra is quite blocked. But this is the thing, right? The reason why I've brought this app along and it can quickly tell us, give us results, is because now we are working. We've got an informed. We are informed. We are very much aware of where our energetic body is, because once we are aware and once we are informed, it's only then that we can actually do something about it, isn't it? So we can focus. For those who have got scores of 20 or more, you now know that you've got to focus, very much focus on opening your root chakra. Okay, so we'll do that with all the chakras, so you know which ones to focus on. Okay, so a lot of 17s, 8s, 23, 30. Fantastic. App is amazing. Instant results. Yeah, thank you. So this is the thing. It's about figuring out where it is that you are at. Okay. So now, thank you all for your answers. For those who have put down their numbers, that's a very good score. 5 is fantastic. Yeah. So that means your root chakra is open. Yeah. Brilliant. So I'm going to go back to my slides now. So just give me a moment. We will now do the meditation, because the meditation which we are going to be doing today is going to help you open up your root chakra. And for those who've got quite high scores, anything above 9 to 19 or 10 to 19 is slightly blocked. Over 20 is very, very blocked. Okay. So this meditation will really help you to open up your root chakra and balance it. Okay. So when we are ready, I'm going to now
Vishal,
meditation. Yeah.
quick question from earlier. Is it better to have the lights on or off when you are doing the meditation?
If you're in your room and you're not going to be disturbing anyone, then it's best to have lights off. Yeah, so that the lights do not affect you when you've got your eyes closed. Some of you might even see visions. So when you have got the lights off, those visions can be quite clear as well. Okay. So yeah, that's a good question, Shandipai. That's been asked before the meditation. Fantastic. Thank you. Yep. Okay, so if you'd like to switch your lights off, do switch them off. And once I connect the microphone, connect the speakers, if all of you start to sit comfortably and just adjust yourselves, if you've already done that, close your eyes and start to breathe deeply. I'm going to share the music here. Okay. So just bear with me. I'm going to share the sound first. Okay. Okay. So you can hear the music, you can hear my voice. Rina, if you can confirm that for me, please.
Perfectly.
Yeah, wonderful. Okay. Right, so starting to take deep breaths in, closing your eyes. Bringing a complete focus, your attention to this very moment. Thanks, Rina. As you allow the music to take you deeper and deeper in this meditation, we're going to bring up any kind of fear that you might have. fear, anxiety, anything that's causing you uncertainty in life, instability. And this instability might be because of something that might be going on in your health, your relationships, your workplace. We're going to let go of these fears today. Keeping on taking deep breaths in, deep breaths in. You see your breath as golden in color, prana, the life force energy that surrounds us. Going in through your nostrils, into your lungs, and out. If there are any thoughts that come, let them pass, let them drift by. You may see them as white clouds drifting by in the sky. Complete attention in the here and now. As you keep on taking these breaths in, with your focus, I want you to see these breaths going deeper and deeper within your body, going past the lungs into your abdomen. These golden colored breaths, air that you're breathing in, going right through into your abdomen. Imagining it going right deep from your abdomen, going to the base of your spine where your root chakra is. Fully focused in this meditation today. As you keep on breathing deeply, you imagine your breath going right through the floor of the room that you're in, going right through the floor of the room that you're in. Keep on breathing, imagining this breath to go very, very deep, now into Mother Earth. As it goes into Mother Earth, you see it going deeper and deeper. Going deeper and deeper, right to the center. You see this energy going right to the center. And you may see it now as the roots, just like roots of a tree, extending from your perineum, from the base of your spine, and reaching deep down into Mother Earth, going right to the center of Mother Earth, where they connecting to a beautiful crystal, a crystal that is very powerful, that's shining very brightly, a crystal very healing, very beautiful. And as it connects to this crystal, the energy from the crystal now starts to come up through the roots that are now connected to you. As this energy flows up, it comes up all the way to the base of your spine, to your perineum. As it reaches up, you can feel this energy, very powerful energy. This sensation that comes up to the base of your spine. You may even see it and visualize it as a beautiful, white, powerful energy. As it comes up to your perineum, you see it now flowing down your thighs, your hamstrings. With each breath that you take, it pulls more and more of this energy from Mother Earth. Mother Earth, the ever-giving Mother. And as you give this energy, that push through your hamstrings and your thighs, it reaches your knees, circling around your knees, taking away any pain that may be there. It now flows nicely down your shins and your calves, and right to your ankles. It goes past your feet, taking away any weight that your ankles might be feeling, taking it away and past your feet, right to your toes, and allowing that energy to dissipate back into Mother Earth. And then with the next deep breath in, bringing your focus back to the base of your spine, your perineum, where this energy is coming in, through the roots that you formed that have connected you right to the center of Mother Earth. And as you take these breaths in, this energy now comes up into pelvic area, your lower abdomen. You see this energy rising, and slowly as it comes up, very powerful, very healing, going through all your organs in your abdomen. As it comes up, healing and taking away any toxins that may have accumulated in any part of your body. As this beautiful, powerful energy comes up through your abdomen, going through all the organs, it goes right up to your diaphragm, and then into your chest, going past your lungs and your heart. This powerful, beautiful energy, very pure, very healing. As it rises and comes up to your shoulders, it takes away any weight that your shoulders might have been carrying. From your shoulders, it flows down your arms, going down past your forearms, past your wrists, and out from your palms and fingers. You may feel some coolness or warmth in your fingers and your palms. Then with the next deep breath in, you bring your attention back to your shoulders. And from your shoulders, it comes up your throat, your chin, your jaws, your ears, going round your head, past your nose, your eyes, right to your forehead, and up to your crown. You can see now the whole of yourself covered by this beautiful, powerful white energy. And as it goes up from your crown, it shoots up 2 feet in the air above, and then comes back down like a shower, taking away any toxicity that's in your body, taking it all away. And as it does so, you feel really held by Mother Earth in her arms, just like how a mother would hold its baby, its child. For we are all beings of the earth, and as we feel this connection truly with her today, as As a mother holds her child, just like how a child feels safe in her arms, just like how a child lets go of all its fears. At this point, you have some time to tell her of any fears that you might be going through in your life, any anxiety, any stresses. Feel free to tell Mother Earth anything that you want to tell her, as she engulfs you and holds you in her arms like this. The Earth that has given us everything that we have today. The Mother that nourishes us, gives us our food, our water, the material that builds our houses, that shelter us, keeps us safe. As we connect with her today, we let go of any fears, whether it is to do in your relationships, in your career, or your health. And as you feel its energy wrap around you, tell her everything that you need to tell her. The love that she has for you is the love of a mother to a child, unconditional. And if emotions do flow, let them flow, do not hold them back. For you are there with your original mother, the mother that sustains, nourishes, and gives us everything that we have today. As we sit here in her arms, we can let go, surrender ourselves, surrender our fears, whatever fears that we might be holding that may have brought uncertainty, instability in your life. And as you do that, you feel its energy wrapping you with love and holding you so tight. This love that you've never felt before, even maybe from your own mother. No matter how much we've abused her, polluted the rivers, the oceans, the air, she still loves us. Completely absorbed in this beautiful feeling of love from Mother Earth and letting go of our fears. Now being very grateful to her for being there always for you. Feeling very safe, secure, stable within yourself, knowing that there is somebody there to look after you. And as you focus on your root chakra now, you may see it having opened up, much brighter than what it was. having surrendered your fears, letting go of them completely. Now very grateful for Mother Earth, for what she has done for you today. You know that you will always have this connection, and you can always feel this connection whenever you want to feel it. By simply just connecting to her the way done today. And now, taking 3 deep breaths in. As you take these breaths in, being extremely grateful for her, for what she's done today. And with the 4th breath in, when you're ready, you may open your eyes. Giving you some time to compose yourself. I'm just going to take my headphones and the mic off. So, how was that for you? If you'd like to share, maybe put in the chat what you thought of that meditation. Nice to see how you felt in that meditation. I'm just going to share the slides again one more time. Amazing, I was in tears, relaxing, amazing, amazing meditation. Very deep and relaxing. Wonderful. Excellent. Relaxing, a lot of relaxing. Couldn't concentrate, that's fine, try it again. Brilliant. Thank you so much for your sharings. Tingling, itching, very peaceful. What a powerful thought that the Mother Earth is always there for you, something we take for granted. Absolutely. When we seek love and certain others are fearful of not getting it. Yeah. Wonderful. Felt safe, protected, emotional. Excellent. So, yes, let's go back to the slides and just bear with me for a second. Where's it gone? There we go. Just going to. Right, so we did the meditation. Thank you. I think that's the end of it. We'll come to the Q&A. But before we come to the Q&A, I want to remind you of the homework this week. I'll put it in the chat as well. So, yes, we want to chant Lam this week, along with Awam that you've been doing. And I'll tell you how to do it. So the first set, for example, you do 9 Awams, you do then 9 Lams, and then 9 Lams again in one seating. Okay, I'll put that in the chat. And also, when this replay is available, you can do the meditation. Keep on doing it, replay it if you wish to, as many times as you want. And you'll see with this, as you let go of the fears that you're holding, and just surrender yourself, surrender those fears to the earth, because those fears are not real. It's all in our head. And once you let go of it, you'll see how it opens up your root chakra. Okay. Now, yes, so that's that before we come to the Q&A. Next week we wear orange, so conscious of the time again. So we're going into the sacral chakra for next week. And now, after that, we go back to Shandibai. If there's any questions, happy to answer those. Okay.
Okay. There was a question earlier on. Could we meditate on behalf of someone else?
Good question. So if that someone is not capable of meditating themselves, maybe they are ill, they're in a hospital bed, it's difficult to meditate for somebody else. But what you can certainly do is you can have them in your meditation. So you can imagine, you can visualize them, and sometimes, I have my loved ones in my meditation. Simply through that, you can send them healing in your thoughts. You may even just imagine a golden sphere around them, which works wonders. So certainly they can be part of your meditation, but not, you can't really meditate on behalf of them. Okay.
The chanting of Lum has come up a number of times today on the chat. Should we be chanting Lum when meditating, or actually that's a separate exercise?
Right. So yeah, that's a separate exercise. So it's difficult to chant at the same time, do the meditation that we did. The Lum, as you chant the Lum, you'll feel the vibration. The focus has to be right on the root chakra, and you feel it vibrating. You might feel pain, discomfort if it is blocked, but that's a complete separate exercise. Yeah.
Okay. Chanting the Om syllable, is there a certain time period you should chant for? Seconds, whatever.
So ideally, what you want is to chant 9 times. So in a set, for example, you're doing Om, the Aum, and then the Lum, and then the Lum again. So 9 Aums, 9 Lums, and then 9 Lums again. So essentially, you're chanting 27, right? So that could be one seating. Depending on, again, the time depends on how long you take, each chant. So some people may have less capacity, some people might have more. But what you'll notice is the more you chant, your lung capacity will increase as well, right? So you'll be able to have these chants or do these chants for long periods of time.
Mhm. There's a question here, does it take a few goes before you get anything? I think the answer is probably yes, right? Because with meditation, it's practice makes never perfect, but practice makes better and better all the time, I suppose, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Just like going to the gym, you've got to be consistent to see results, right? So, yeah, a few practices will help, and you will notice that change yourself. And when you start noticing those changes, you will want to do more and more of it.
I would have thought it's practice on your own without this laptop in front of you, without anything in front of you, because again, that's also negative energy coming towards you. So it is almost practicing on your own before it starts clicking, right?
Yeah. So ideally, you want to be in a room that you mentioned even the light. If the light switched off, that's fantastic. There's no electromagnetic devices around you. That's really good as well. Sometimes we do need the help of guided meditation. So for that, you may have like your phone, but have it on airplane mode. If you're able to, just play the meditation on airplane mode, then best to do that. But at the same time, if you can't, then and you need a guided meditation, then it's okay. It's okay to have one device slightly further away. You don't want it to be too close, but have it on a loud volume so that you can hear it.
Okay. Couple of questions. In fact, quite a few people have put, what does frequency mean? And then, because the chats are going quite fast, do you chant out aloud or can you do it internally as well in your own sort of silence?
Right, fantastic. So, chanting initially, when you start off, if you've never chanted before, what you find is that chanting louder is better for you. Okay, because that brings your attention to this very moment. You can even just focus on the movement of your mouth, your lips, your tongue whilst you're chanting, because that brings your focus there. And what you'll notice is as you keep on chanting, the chant will become lower and lower in volume. And soon it will just be a very slight hum, because that is good enough for you to open up your chakras or keep them open.
Mhm.
So, and sometimes the chant will be such that it will become completely silent. It will be just within. Anyone outside will not even be able to tell that you're chanting. So, but initially, that's not how you want to start off. You want to start off with chanting loudly
Mhm.
and really feeling it within yourself.
Okay, and frequency. What does frequency mean?
So, frequency, every chakra, because they're all energetic chakras, energy has got frequency, right? So, in if most of us have done physics in school, so energy has got you know is it waveform basically, and every wave has got a frequency. Now, the higher the frequency means the shorter the wavelengths, and the lower the frequency means the longer the wavelengths. So it's essentially, like we tune into a radio station, most of us know 1458, like a mobile, or any other radio stations that you're listening to. When you tune into those stations, those are the frequencies that you're tuning into. So we have AM frequencies for certain radio stations, and we have FM. So FM is usually higher frequencies, and AM is lower frequencies. Now, the higher frequencies, as we know, when we're traveling, we can hear those higher frequencies, and we can hear them for miles. The AMs are quite restricted because they're low frequencies, but that requires maybe a course in physics or electromagnetics.
Okay, I'm going to just take a couple more questions because I know we've run out of, or very much running out of time. I like this question. How will you notice what is blocked? And if there is anything, how would you unblock that depending on what it is?
Right. So A is, the questions we answered today,
Hmm.
depending on what points you got, that would give you a really good indication of whether the chakra is blocked or not. And we'll be doing these questions throughout as we go along this journey. B is, now you can, even when you chant the Aum, okay, and if you do it really well, you'll be able to feel, because the Aum goes through all the chakras. So when it goes through all the chakras, you'll be able to feel, either when it's blocked especially, you'll feel pain, discomfort, heaviness, tightness. Any of those symptoms that you feel in your body as you're chanting means that that chakra is blocked. If you feel a good sensation, if you feel, a sensation that's nice, maybe a buzzing nice sensation, that means it's open. Okay, so that's a clue. But to get to there, it's, initially you may not even feel anything. So this is why we answer the question, so we have an indication of, what is actually blocked.
Okay. I think some of the other questions regarding the app, how to chant, etc., how long to breathe. Maybe you just put some quick pointers on the WhatsApp group. If you send that to me, we'll put that on the WhatsApp group, and regarding the app as well, because I am conscious we've gone over the time. So thank you all for your fantastic questions. Again, great numbers joining. We had at one point 250 plus people roughly. So good numbers, or devices rather. So good numbers. Thank you, Vishal, again for a very
Thank you.
interesting session, to say the least. I think for everyone, and with any of this stuff, it's not what you learn today; it's how you practice it going forward and making that into the use in your own lives. So that's the key message. Thank you, Vishal. And again, we'll put some pointers on the WhatsApp group. Keep an eye out on all of that over the coming days. And yeah, same time, same place next week. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Shani Bhai.